This is our new tow vehicle we got to pull our casita with. Previously we were using a 2013 Venza V6 tow package. Actually that worked fine for towing. The only problem we had was a little bit low to the ground, so it wasn't that good if we had to go down a forest road or drive in snow or something like that. So we did get the Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport. I did look for used ones because I'm more of a used car purchasing person, because that way somebody else eats the depreciation. But as I was looking for used Tacomas, the used ones were essentially the same price as the new one. So I went ahead and opted for the new one. So we lead a pretty much debt-free lifestyle, so anything we buy, we generally pay cash for it. We don't want to pay the interest charges on it. So that's why we typically look for used cars. 5 years old and 50,000 miles is usually the sweet spot we found. I actually prefer Toyotas. There's a lot of other good cars, but we've had really good luck with Toyota. So we've always had good luck with Toyota, so I pretty much knew I wanted a Toyota. So we did look at a few other Toyotas, mainly the 4Runner. But the one thing with the 4Runner, even though that's a great vehicle, there wasn't much room behind the back seat compared to the bed on a pickup, so we decided to get the short bed pickup. So we did get the short bed pickup mainly because of the overall length. Since we have the crew cab, the vehicle would tend to be kind of a long wheelbase with the long bed, and this actually still fits in a normal parking spot and turns reasonably sharp. I opted for the TRD Sport. I did look at the TRD Off-Road, and I drove both of them. The off-road road a little bit rougher, which we don't do that much real serious off-roading, so I thought 99% of the time we're going to be on paved roads. The Sport road a little smoother. So it rides a little smoother on paved surfaces, where we normally travel. But it still does have enough ground clearance if we need to get a little bit off the beaten path, and it is four-wheel drive. Our Tacoma came pretty well optioned out. The way Toyota does their options, they come in packages, so if you want one thing, you kind of have to get a bunch of other things whether you want them or not. So this has the technology package. It also has the leather interior with heated seats, but when you get leather, then that comes with the sunroof too. So even though we may never even use the sunroof, it came with it. I wanted the technology package because the display on the dash was bigger, so that way I don't have to put my glasses on to use it while we're driving. It's a little handier for older people or people with poor vision. So when I decided to eventually buy a new Toyota, I went online and was looking to see what was available, and the vehicle I wanted that had all the equipment I needed was only available out of town in San Jose. So I went online, saw the vehicle I wanted there. I was happy with the color. May not be a color for everyone. There's not a lot of choices of color in these vehicles. So it's either a love-hate with this color, but I like it. So I went ahead and called and made arrangements to buy it online. And since I'd already test-driven the Toyotas, I didn't need the test drive when I knew what I wanted. So I just did the purchase online, and they actually drove it 150 miles to our house and delivered it to us. What do you think about the color?
It's not bad. It's like Sahara brown or something like that.
It's sunny.
Yes. Let me get the check for you. So the TRD Sport 4x4 comes with a lot of standard equipment to begin with. One of the things I liked was the body color on the front bumper and also on the fender flares instead of black. The Sport version has the hood scoop. Things I've added, I did add the Toyota black overlays for the emblems, because since the truck had black trim everywhere else, I don't know why that would have chrome emblems here, but anyway, it's an overlay kit you can get from Toyota. I added the PrinSu roof rack, and that's really nice. That actually bolts on to some existing nuts that are welded into the roof of the truck, so I didn't have to drill any holes at all to install it, and it carries a lot more weight than the factory optional plastic rack, because I think that factory rack was only rated to carry like 100 pounds or so. And then I added some bars up here. We have the Thule hullavator kayak lift system so that we can load the kayaks from the side. That's what I like. We have one hullavator of each style. This is the older one. The older one, you have to pull this pin out to unlock it. The new ones don't require a pin. to squeeze these release handles, click it up, and it stops on its own so that it's not going to come crashing down. And then you squeeze the handles a second time, step back slightly, and the springs gradually just let it come down on its own. So you can take most of that kayak lift system off and just leave these bars. One of the other reasons why we upgraded to this for our tow vehicle is our other vehicle, the 2013 Venza, you could not put any kind of a roof rack on it because it had an all glass roof, so there was no place to attach one as far as carrying our kayaks. So we really wanted to bring the kayaks and the trailer with us at the same time. So our truck did not come with the Toyota Tonneau cover, but I did find a used one off of a 2019 Tacoma that somebody only had it on there for a month or so and took it off. So I did get the factory tonneau cover and put it on here. Also, I added the black letters in the tailgate, which I kind of like with the color of this truck. If the truck was black, there would be no point probably to buy black letters. The other thing I added was the Toyota sells a kit to make the tailgate lock and unlock with the doors. So that's pretty good. That way you don't forget to lock it. One of the other things I added was the Toyota sells a kit to add LED lights that come on when you open the doors. That helps light up the bed area. I added the Toyota cargo net for like carrying groceries and such. I added the Toyota heavy-duty rubber floor mat. I did add a Rotopax 3-gallon fuel can. And that Rotopax sells a mount that actually bolts right into the existing Toyota track on the side of the bed. I added the Toyota black chrome tailpipe tip. Doesn't do anything, it's just for looks. One of the things I really like about this Tacoma is the composite bed, which is kind of a plastic type material inside. They all have that, it's not an option on these, but it's better than the old days of the metal truck bed where it gets scratched up and rusty. And it's easy to clean, and it's kind of a non-skid surface similar to the spray-on bed liners you can get. Our truck has the optional 120 volt AC outlet in the bed, so you can run a few small things on that, nothing big though. As the deck rail system, they all have that too, but that's nice for attaching things or securing items in the bed. So this does have a power rear window. I don't know how often we'll use it, but it's just something that came with one of the packages. This has the integrated backup camera, and with the large display on the dash, makes it pretty easy for me to see, and it's handy when backing up or hooking the trailer up. It has the Android audio built into the radio system in the dash, so you can actually hook your phone up and some of your apps will work on the dash, such as Google Maps or your email, Gmail. This does have the upgraded audio system with the JBL speakers and the subwoofer behind the back seat. It's supposed to sound better. I guess I don't have anything to compare it to. It didn't seem all that fantastic, I guess. So our vehicle came with the premium sport package. That included the dual zone climate control, so Kristen can have her own control on her side and not mess with mine. Leather heated front seats, JBL audio system, so it comes with the navigation system as part of that package with a 3-year trial. Automatic headlights and moonroof. Also has the advanced technology package. It has the backup camera, the blind spot monitor. The blind spot monitor is actually, you can turn it on or off if you don't like it, but I kind of like it. But what it does is there's a little amber indicator in this mirror. So when that's on, if there's a car in your blind spot on the freeway or whatever close to you that you can't see, it blinks to let you know that there's a car next to you in your blind spot. So we also have the LED light package, so all the lights are LED, and that includes the fog lights. So the TRD Sport comes standard with the 17-inch machined alloy wheels. We got the all-weather floor liners, which it's an option, but this already had it when it was brought out to us. It does have the mud guards, which will be good when we go to Alaska and there's a lot of debris, and plus it helps keep from throwing stuff up on the trailer when we're towing.
I really love the dynamic radar cruise control on this. It once you set the cruise control for the speed you would like to go, it adjusts the speed of the vehicle for traffic. And so it'll slow down for you automatically if there's a car ahead of you or slowing traffic. And then if the car applies the brakes ahead of you and you need to stop quick, it actually applies the brakes on the truck without me stepping on the pedal. This is going to be a serious topic. I actually really like the Sirius satellite radio. Reception seems really good. Once in a while it drops off, but not very often. Lots of choices. It gives Kristen something to do while she's sitting in the passenger seat. She can change stations. The Sirius XM is really nice when you're traveling, especially on long trips. That way you're not constantly searching for stations. Every city you get to, it just keeps the same station going. This vehicle is equipped with the automatic high beam lights. So if your high beams are on and an oncoming car comes, it can detect that and actually dim the lights for you automatically.
Most all Toyota pickups now come with a tow package as standard equipment. So the tow rating on this vehicle is 6,500 pounds. Truck comes pre-wired for a 7-pin and a 4-pin trailer harness, and it's also pre-wired inside the cab for a brake controller if you want to add one. So I added the Red Arc electronic brake controller, and I was able to get that to plug into the existing pre-wired Toyota harness. So if you want to see a video of the installation on the electronic brake controller, see the link in the video description.